Um, do you feel like you lose a lot of time on commutes to work or to your child's school for like games, soccer games, or just anywhere you commute to regularly?
Yes.
Uh, what kind of interaction do you have during these commutes? Say when you're with your child.
So if I'm in the car with my child, I mean, I have a conversation or try to have conversations with.
Okay.
Uh,
What kind of activities do your child take part in mostly while commuting?
Soccer, gymnastics.
Oh, like during like in the car while you guys are commuting to different places.
What kind of activities? Mm, we don't do any activities now, but when they were younger, we used to do activities in the car when we were commuting. So we'd like, well, I guess we sometimes do now too. It would be like, who could spot like the nicest car? And we have
Okay.
bingo when we see it.
Okay. Um, does she uh use her phone or any kind of device?
Yes, yeah, she has an iPhone and she's always texting or playing a game or something.
Okay.
Mostly texting
Okay, that's
and Snapchatting.
cool. That's cool. Um, do you ever wish you could use your smartphone or your laptop during commutes?
Do I ever wish? I
Yeah.
mean, sometimes yes, it would be nice, but I would think it would cause a car accident.
All right. So here's the idea the of
Mm-hmm.
for the problem we feel like we're solving. Um, so if you were to have a driverless car, right? Would you be
Mm-hmm.
interested in using your window as an interactive display, where you could perform tasks such as those you would normally do on your phone, um, like take a selfie, send messages, emails, video calls, whatever it is, pay bills,
Shop.
shop. There we go. All
That would actually be pretty cool.
right. How much would you be willing to pay for something like this?
Hmm. Willing to pay. You mean as an accessory on your car?
Yeah,
I don't
like
know, something like that, about $1,000.
about 1,000. Okay, that sounds
Mm-hmm.
pretty good. Sounds pretty decent. All right.
An hour commute on the way home. They could actually FaceTime their kid and actually help them with homework as they're driving home.
Yeah, and
Or
like
younger.
that. Yeah, that would definitely save some time. And maybe
Right.
if they're driving away from home, they can FaceTime the kid, like just to see them interaction or something like that.
Like if they're traveling,
Yeah.
because I mean, when people travel on planes, at least they have their phones.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're driving in a car, they could still actually help them with homework, whatever, in the car as they're driving or something.
Well, the car would be driving by itself, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Just another thought, because when you think about kids being younger, and it's nice to be a parent to be there to help them with their homework instead of just doing other things.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Well, all right. Thank you for your time
okay.
tonight.
You're welcome. Good luck with it.
So now it's recording. Um, so yeah, so the first question is, yeah, do you think you lose a lot of time on any kind of commute to work, any kind of like commute to work, school, any place that you have to kind of like habitually and regularly use a car or bus to get there?
Yeah, I think it kind of depends on how you're getting there. So if I'm driving the car myself, then I feel like I'm losing that half hour of time it takes for me to actually do the commute. Because during that time, I have to focus on driving. So I can't look at my laptop or doing some other work for schoolwork or studying. Because I'm just trying to drive and operate a car safely. Whereas if I'm on a bus, your public transportation, I don't have to worry about that driving. So I'm able to use that half hour of time to looking over my notes for school or work on my laptop and get other work done. So it really depends on what my mode of transportation is, which affect whether or not I'm being productive or not.
Okay, so yeah, so the product that we've come up with for this company named Driven, which makes driverless cars. So essentially, it would be in a bus, but what the product is basically smart windows that wrap around the entire car. Um, and you can use them basically as, you know, almost any with any like the same as any smart object. You can control, you know, things from entertainment to work and productivity, to like even else like Skyping and stuff with family and stuff like that. So I think the main purpose of this, you know, we're trying to target it towards people that have a lot of work on their computers and have, you know, a lot of like all that stuff that's basically on there, so they can use the driverless car space essentially to turn into another place where they can do anything they want. And I think for a lot of people that commute a long ways to work, usually work is definitely the one that they tend to go to the most. Um, so, do you think if this product were to be realized, and if it was available to you, do you think it kind of like hits enough of a pain point to where you would be willing to pay for it?
I think it really depends on what the price point is. So if it's maybe like under $1,000, that's something I would probably consider. But if it's going to be $5,000 or over, I think it really depends on how well the features implemented. So just from a productivity standpoint, I think it would have to integrate it with either like Dropbox or Google Drive to access those files, or have some way to like kind of do like an AirPlay off of a laptop. And that way, it would be more like an extension of what your current device is. Because if it's operating as a completely independent device, like a computer, and put it into a car window, I think it will not service reviews very well, because people then have to be transferring the files back and forth between their computer and then to their car window. And that might be kind of more of a hindrance to using it, because then they're having two different files means at two different computers, and they don't have a way to share them between each other. So if you're going for productivity, I would say definitely integrate with Dropbox or Google, or have some way to access like a cloud service you can share files between your laptop and the window itself. But I think for entertainment, though, what's really well is as far as just having another device to have like a big old screen to watch movies on, worry about political stuff.
Absolutely. So how much do you think that you?
Yeah, so I think if it's whether it's gonna be like a bench or to have like a, or you can do like buy your actual car, kind of add on these smart windows, maybe like under $1,000 to $2,000, depending. It depends on how well it's implemented. If it's a computer that's just like on a flat window screen, then I would need to. But if it's integrated with my laptop or any smart device I want to hook easily, kind of either over Bluetooth or Google Drives, then I might want to pay a bit more for that. Just
Thank you very much for answering the questions. Good. Bye.
yeah.